Good evening, Southeast Texas. Cloudy skies over the area, some patchy light rain, but it's not going to amount to too much. Looking at those clouds over in Port Arthur on the Roofing 911 Skycam network. Maybe a leftover 20% coverage coming up on Saturday. Sunday looks dry, then Monday exceedingly wet before dry weather expected for the rest of the work week. As you can see, just a little patchy light stuff, nothing heavy out there right now. Let's take a little closer inspection over towards maybe Mid and South County into the Triangle. Again, you can see this is a very light stuff as it continues to zip on off to the east. We'll see more developing off towards our west overnight because of a disturbance moving on. And we're at 56 in Port Arthur. Debbie's at 58, 61 in Orange. In Hampshire, Tim Trahan at 60. In Jasper, it's 43. In Comanille, Richard reporting 48. Over in Woodville, Travis Smith at 43. Across the state, look at the temperatures up in the north, central, and west Texas in the 40s, 30s in the panhandles. Down in South Texas in the 60s to near 70 degrees as we're watching a front head on to the south and east. Look at the abundant cloud cover coming in from the southwest and high pressure at the surface, so it's a chilly rain. And this is all due to an approaching upper level disturbance. You can see it up that way. That's what is causing the clouds and the precipitation over our area. And you can see that coming in from West Texas around the trough of low pressure over the Midwest. Next disturbance coming in on Monday. There it is, and that will result in widespread rain, a little heavier action as we head on into Monday. So it's going to be windy, chilly, and wet on Monday. The three perfect combinations for wonderful weather on Monday. Not. So as we head towards, say, Thursday, look at this trough of low pressure digging on out and into Texas. This is Arctic air moving in from the pole. And as you can see, all the cold air out of the Northwest Territories, the Yukon, all going to be directed right down into Texas. So this is going to be some cold air as we head on into Friday and Saturday. We'll get about 2-3 cold days before we start warming up. You'll see that reflected on the 10-day forecast. Light showers ongoing through tonight, nothing heavy, no storms expected. You can sleep well knowing that it's not going to be severe weather. Again, some leftover showers in the morning, abundant cloud cover, lows in the 40s. And then tomorrow, with any luck, look how the skies clear tomorrow afternoon with highs in the mid-50s. Across southeast Texas. Breezy northerly winds are expected across the area. And again, here comes that cold air out of Canada as we head on into Wednesday. And then Thursday, here comes the Arctic cold front. Could be as cold as the low to mid-20s across southeast Texas. Single digits, maybe North Texas. On the Gulf of Mexico, choppy seas around 2 to 4 feet in your coastal marine forecast. We'll see north winds at 15 to 25 knots, a small craft advisory in effect. 20 to 30% coverage tonight, a breezy night with lows in the low to mid 40s. Tomorrow, morning showers, afternoon sun, highs mid 50s. So for Sunday, lots of sun after a near freezing morning. Monday, again, a pretty good coverage of rain across the area. Moderate rainfall is expected. Could see a ½ inch to an inch across southeast Texas. And then Tuesday and Wednesday looking chilly. Then here comes our Arctic cold front. And once again, could see those wind chills dipping into the single digits coming up Friday morning with actual lows in the low to mid 20s, mid 20s Saturday morning, and on Christmas morning, mid to upper 20s with highs in the 30s and 40s.